Okay, so welcome everyone. Let's look at this new FX Street Tokyo Open here today. Let me open the chat so I can see who's in here. Thanks for joining in today. Again, I hope everything is good, and I also hope the market is treating you well, and they're treating you as they are treating me. So welcome Giuseppe Basile. I'm also known as the FibStalker. I'll be your host today. Thanks for joining in. Hello, Fame Home, Pantelis, Roland, BW, Jax, ISI. We have Desi, Kent, One, Jake. Welcome, Scott. Good evening. I am not sure I can see all of you. I can see only some of the people in the list. I see that Pankai is coming in as well. Welcome. Thanks a lot for joining in, and thanks a lot again to FX Street for setting up this room. I want to thank personally Desi for working every day and supporting this initiative, and thanks a lot for being there for us every day, Desi. I want to start with the slide that you see here. Welcome. This is the FX Street Tokyo Open Live Room. This is a daily show in which we feature real trading, and since we have started, the market have been treating us very, very well. Thanks for joining us at the very heart of the Asian session. This is the Open, Tokyo Open with me, FibStalker. This is a daily show from Sunday to Thursday, 8 p.m. EST to 9 p.m. an hour. And thanks a lot, Desi. It's my pleasure. So, as you know, we deal with the real stuff here. We take trades. We actually are very close today to a target of US dollar Japanese yen. I'm sure you have enjoyed that trade. I know for sure there are some of the students and other attendees who follow, who have taken trades, and you don't have to necessarily take trade with real money. You can paper trade as well. Welcome, Pip Sniffer. I like that nick, and I see also a hi Giuseppe there, which is nice. So before we get into that, remember that trading is risky. Trading Forex and its derivatives like Forex futures, like CDFs, futures and options, and other instruments with retail off-exchange transactions involve substantial risk of loss and is not suitable to all investors. I always remind this every day here. You may lose all or more of your initial investment. Leverage can work for you as well as against you because it magnifies gains as well as losses. Past performance is not necessarily indicative of future results. Please also review the FX Street risk disclosure on the website. The information, including the commentary and the trade ideas I will be giving and have been giving so far in this room, should not be relied upon as a substitute for extensive independent research which should be performed before you making your investment decision. By the way, before you make any kind of decisions. The material I'm giving here is for educational purposes. I, Giuseppe Basile, FibStalker Consulting Incorporated, which is my company, FX Street will not be responsible for any losses incurred on investments made by attendees as a result of any information in this webinar. Okay, welcome everyone. I see some happy faces there. Pantelis, just a while ago, I've made my second Phillies trade on the US dollar Canadian dollar. Well done, Pantelis. And you are becoming a machine, and I'm very happy about this. So, as you know, I'm one of the supporter and provider of webinars on FX Street. This year, we had a very good injection of a number of very, very, very good traders and Forex experts. So by no means have a look at that. I also teach a coaching program which is called the FibStalker Methods, and it's a complete approach to successful trading. So if you want to have a look into it, have a look at the website. There is also a discount for FX Street followers. Okay, so usually what we do, I will not talk about myself. You can look at the website, and you can look as well as at the FS Street page. Hello, 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 everyone. We have also Jake, Joe, Craig. Thanks for coming in. And the tools we use, I use TradeStation for charting. I simply love it. I use it since 2007. So and also find that the quality of data it's very good. And for trading at the moment, I'm using Pepperstone C Trader. I'm trading a new intraday system live, and eventually I will actually disclose the results as well. They'll be getting in the first 3 months of the year. Sometimes I will trade, so we'll see now trading, but just stay with me because it only takes a minute or so, or even less, and sometimes I trade without even using it. So welcome. Let me show the charts here. Let's dive right into it. I know why you are here. That's the same reason I'm here too. And so let's get into the real stuff. Okay. So, but before I do, let me say hello to everyone. Bye-bye. Good morning, good afternoon, good evening. Here I am. I'm the FibStalker. Thanks for joining in. And let's dive into the charts here. And we're going to see what's going on in this market. As you know, I've been following the 115. And actually, ladies and gentlemen, I'm out of the US dollar Japanese yen right here. I had 115. My target. You will remember that I made this call now. It's almost 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 days, and it's just a chance. It happened right now. That was very good. It was 2 trades with a 24 unit of risk total. So I'm very happy actually. I have not noticed that this market was moving while I was talking. So what can happen in this market? Let's start from this then. So congrats to all of you who have traded this market. If you have joined the room after I made this analysis, don't worry, we're going to get multiple of this in the coming days and weeks here. So, ladies and gentlemen, I called that market in a little bit more than 1 week ago, and I know that there were some projection for the US dollar Japanese yen much higher. And here we go. We have the market testing that 114.80 to the pip, okay, and the low here is 114.85, 114.90. We are in this area, okay. So this trade is completed for me. Congrats to all of you who have taken this trade, and if you had not evidence of this, you'll get evidence when I will disclose my results, as well as you can ask to my students who actually spend with me a lot of their time, and it's quality time together. So congrats to all of you as well who have taken this trade. Now, enough for celebrations here. Let's get into the stuff. A trade is a trade is a trade. I mean, sometimes trade works, sometimes they don't. This has worked very, very well, and I believe that the community was actually looking at this trade particularly, at this call particularly, and don't forget that I also made another call, which is 158 on the US dollar Canadian dollar. It's not going to be as quick as the move we had on the US dollar Japanese yen, but eventually we are going to get there. Thank you very much, Mankai. Thank you. You're very nice. Thanks a lot. I appreciate it. If I did well, I suspect you did well too. So as I was mentioning here, US dollar Canadian dollar here, it's actually going to push higher. Today we traded an extension long. The trade worked very, very well. I just heard that Pantelis is mastering, and he entered again, but we entered around 138.55. We got a foolish trade, and now I personally I'm bringing 3 position higher in this market, and believe it or not, I mean, if this position gets to target, we're gonna have 80 unit of risk in gain only from these 3 tiny positions here in the arc of 3 days. So of course I'm gonna pay a lot of swap costs, not a lot indeed, but even if I have to carry this for a few weeks or even months, I'll be happy to pay that that swap cost there. But that is good. G, I'm still on though with the 3 position. Should I stay or should I go? That's like the song. I think you should go. And I don't see any immediate lower potential in this market. This is a weekly important level. So although this market might not have a lot of strength, I think we're going to see a reaction here. And this could be also a level where weekly are going to participate. So my suggestion, Pantelis, there would be that you just exit this trade. I mean, it was a great trade, and as they say, bull make money, bears make money, and pig gets slaughtered. So I leave it to you, your decision. Be a bear and exit now, okay, so what we're looking for in this market then. In the morning, we got a long continuation, an add, I would say. It is US dollar, Canadian dollar. Would you participate in longs in US dollar, Japanese yen? No. No. Not now. If this market has to go higher, of course, it might bounce from here, and for sure it will bounce from here, meaning that there will be some profit taking, obviously, after these 6 long days of move lower here. But it is also very, very aggressive. So this market might provide another entry here for this long. But I'm not excited by longs in US dollar now. I'm still into shorts in US dollar, Japanese yen here. Pantelis, you are making too much money there, so be careful. Don't be enslaved. Don't become enslaved to it. So the answer there, Panka, it's very good answer actually. I'm not capable even psychologically to reverse at this stage, and I don't want to as well, and probably we would need to see in time this one. Considering how aggressive this market has corrected into this level, I think we are going to get opportunities. I'm not willing to go long this market at this stage anyway. I also want to see which kind of relation it has with risk on, risk off. So I'm gonna look for other opportunities, and one of these, of course, is going to be US dollar, Canadian dollar here. And we also had taken a long position in the euro here. We hope to carry this position to 113.82 in the morning. Worked very, very well. We waited for this extension to trade. The sequence of measure move on the smaller time from the 15 minutes has broken, and then this market just continue higher. So I think a few of you here from the room in the morning have taken this trade. So it's a very good way to start the week here. Particularly for the euro, I'm looking for previous size here, 113.82, and then just get lost. I mean, just sell into strength, into highs here, and this is around 8.5 reward to risk after free risk adjustment. So it's quite it's quite a good proposition there. And actually, this market, especially after moving above 112.65, could come and offer even another opportunity to enter. So we will patiently wait for that. There is nothing to do here. If you see a market moving and you are not in it, the move is done. Like here in US dollar Japanese yen. Yes, I mean, this market could continue lower, but the probability that it's gonna move sensibly lower, it's very, very low. Okay, so any questions on any any questions so far? I saw there are some new people as well. Pip Sniffer, welcome. Kent One, welcome. And we have some old faces, so to speak. Scott, BW, Jax, ISI. Jax, thanks for your comment on Twitter as well. All right, so what do we do now? I mean, typically when we have trades coming to an end, very well the markets tend to move together. So we will probably see a lot of this market either trading as support or ending their trade. So that's, for example, what we're seeing here in the Australian dollar, US dollar. Do you have any questions or markets that you want me to review at this stage? And I'm looking to a short also in the Euro Australian dollar that has not materialized yet in the way I would like to see. And this market is very, very strong still and has the potential to keep pushing higher. And until that's the case, I'm not going to touch this market. Just wait for it to break the sequence on the time frame. Same thing, similar thing for the US dollar, Canadian dollar. You remember that last week I traded this market around the high here, and it was a grind. Sorry, it was not the Euro CAD, it was the Euro Australian dollar indeed. Sorry about that. It was this market here. It was a grind for a few days, and I missed the opportunity to to cover, but very, very close to this level. I was looking for a 152.33 that never came. And then the market just continued higher, and now it's trading in extension there. So be very, very careful. Pound versus Japanese yen. We mentioned that last week. It was one of the market. I had a position as well, and I regret exiting that position at support, which is this area here. And it was still a 6-year reward to risk here. So I mean, I cannot complain, but this market is doing whatever it was supposed to do, and I believe that this market is still 1,000 pips to move, basically from 166 to, let's look at the weekly time frame here. The weekly is going to tell us, and by the way, this is the all-important SP500 here. Maybe we'll talk about that later on. And so pound versus the Japanese yen. We mentioned this market. We know that there is a target at 156 here, and that's where this market is going. So, I don't mind. Of course, I regret having taken the position out at the old OLF back there, but considering that I also added. Considering that I was bringing two US dollar Japanese yen moves lower, I'm happy with what I've got. Now, if this market retrace during the week and offer a short, that is definitely something to look at. There are 1,000 pips here. We could get there in matter of 1 month, maybe, if not before, and that's sizable. I mean, it's 1,000 pips. It also depends what's your risk, but that's definitely something interesting there. Pantaris is saying, unfortunately, I had to go, so put a close order, and I took profit on this stage when the opposite 50% ambush came in place. 111.66. Which trade are you talking about there, Pantelis? Not sure which one you're referencing that. So FX ambassador, then, I mean, anyone who still short this trade, this is a short which is worth keeping here. And this market has traded shorts and is going to bring price into 158.84. And then helping price into that 156.40. So Pantelis was making reference to the euro dollar. Unfortunately, I had to go, so I put a close order and I took profits on this trade. Well. I mean, that's a pity, Pantelis, because you could let this the euro dollar trade move. And again, the euro-dollar trade in the morning was an extension, was this area here, 110.05, and it worked beautifully, offered a Phillies trade. It's challenging, an area of opposing shorts here, but I believe that this market is going to go above 112.65, and after that we could see some sort of retrace for maybe a continuation higher into 138.82. Anyway, Pantelis, after this, this trade on the on the US dollar Japanese yen here, I think that there is nothing to regret. Sometimes we just have to, take the profits and run. This euro is behaving beautifully here, pushing to new new relative highs here. Soon we will go above the highs, yesterday highs. So there is strength in this market. Let me see, what can we see here? The blue bar from the Tokyo Open here, and that's a confirmation of strength there. And I think we're going to see soon the high, yesterday highs, this tail here. I think we're going to get that very, very quickly. Okay, so very well done there. Thanks for sharing, Pantelis. It was a 4 reward to risk. Well, not too bad. You were timing on the 1 minute then. Okay. All right. So pound versus Japanese yen again. That's a continuation short. If you are in this trade, by no means it's good to keep it. We could get eventually a reaction here, and we don't know whether the reaction is going to stop. But when it stops, if we are there, it's one of the time that we trade. We should actually get the opportunity to participate if an opportunity is given. But that is, yes, for reward to risk. I would have imagined that if it's risk-free with that small move, only if you were timing on the 1 minute. So that's good. Okay, so what were we looking for this week? Now that this big move has kind of have finished here, I will keep looking at long opportunities in the US dollar, Canadian dollar, and that includes also if this market comes back and offers another opportunity. If this retraces from the highs, then 90%, we're gonna get involved again. If 138.80, 90 level here, it's offered again. Maybe during the European session, or maybe even the US session. So we traded this long today in the US session, so it worked very, very well. And maybe we are gonna get another opportunity tomorrow. We don't know that. Any markets you want me to review? Jax, FX Ambassador, or Pantelis, Pancari, Scott, Craig, any markets you're looking at? Unfortunately, now that, as I mentioned, now that we hit target, there is There is little to look at. I like Kiwi, very good. We're going to review all of them, starting from Pip Sniffer was the faster one. Australian dollar and New Zealand dollar. I like this market. It's one of the 8 market I follow. I follow this, European and European play here, and then a North American play as well, Canadian dollar, and then the Pacific plays. And one of the Pacific plays I look at, it's the Australian dollar and New Zealand dollar. Now we know that this market has traded the 109.63 and is pushing lower. The problem is that is pushing also into this area of potential support. All these areas for a lot of potential support, and not because there is a supply or demand or because the price is there. It's just because when we apply the FibStalker methods to this market, we know that this market is moving laterally. And a lateral move until it's broken, which we don't know what is going to happen, and we always look at the opportunities that come after that lateral move is broken. As we don't know that, I will just let this market play. So when we look at this market on the daily time frame here, I think that the short has come to an end here. And in fact, this market is kind of moving laterally here at the moment. I do not anticipate a continuation lower, although if we remove for a moment this market has a target here below. Will it get there? I'm not sure. I think this market is still moving lateral here. And so what could happen on the other hand is that this market will start retracing higher, and we will need to see how it behaves when it gets to 107.75. So see, Pip Sniffer, this is at this stage, this market does not offer an edge, and that's what we are looking for always when we trade these markets, because think about not because I want to celebrate or brag, but just in terms of opportunity. If you compare this to US dollar Japanese yen here, it was very, very clear that it was a 50% from highs, and the opportunity there was very, very clear. And I had other reasons to believe that this market would continue lower, because there was no support from the daily on the long side. And to go up, we have to have algorithms that push this price higher. When we look at the Australian dollar, New Zealand dollar, we don't see that. That exact edge or strong edge there. And even when this market was here, I was very worried about this market. And the reason is this market was in a lateral move, so we didn't know that it would respect that level. Sometimes, in other cases, we know exactly when a level can be trusted. In this case, given the conditions, sideways condition, that it's one of the conditions that I explain in the FibStalker methods as well, and why they appear and when they appear and when they end, and how do you characterize that and how you trade them. Although the market worked at this level, there was no edge there. So I actually, when there is no edge, I'm happy not to trade, and I get to the point where I don't feel unhappy if something moves, because looking around, there is always something that moves, and even if sometimes you have to stay 2 days or 3 days without taking a trade, it's okay, because sometimes those trades very often actually produce streak of losses, so we can do without those. Okay, so I hope that helps. Jax, kiwi. I love the kiwi. But the fruit and the pear, the Forex pear here. And I believe we're going to see something important here when this market is going to get into 065.48. So today is Monday, right? So within this week, we might get an opportunity to get long this market. And if that opportunity, materialize, you're talking about 300 pips here into 068.50. Yeah, so that's the kind of trades I'd like to take in this market. Previous high. So the only thing that I hope is that this market is going to offer an entry, a reasonable entry at a reasonable time, which is one of the times I look at the market, and at a reasonable setup that it's not too difficult to trade. But there are no reason to believe that this set is going to be complicated. A nice market that is actually bouncing from weekly levels. Beautiful bounce from weekly level, confirmed. Now just confirmed longs as well, even on the weekly time frame, and now it's coming back for that next measure move long. And mind, this market has the potential to go into 475, but we will take it one piece at a time. Okay, so very nice, very positive about the New Zealand dollar here. I think it's gonna offer some interesting opportunities here, and this is gonna happen. All this is gonna happen this week, I believe, and I think that it's gonna be interesting here. So I'm sure that. Let me resize a little bit this chart. So I'm sure that you will hear from me about this market if the setup comes during the Tokyo Open. I'll be very happy to trade this together with you. Otherwise, I mean, I trade also during the US morning and 3 times a week during the European Open. Only the first 3 days of the week because I'm an old man and it takes a lot of energies to wake up 5 days a week, staying in North America. North America gives other advantages. For example, the Tokyo session that I won't be able to follow in Europe, and the Tokyo session, especially on Sunday and Monday, can give very good opportunity. Thanks. Tweet it. Jax, you tweet it. Go ahead, please tweet it. Say FibStalker saying this. FibStalker saying 075. I can do that. I have no problems. I mean, I'll tweet that. You know that I also write the reports at the end of every day here, and so all that information stays online. And I have no problems with that. I put my reputation and my my mouth where my ideas are. So I'll tweet it, Jax. Thanks for reminding me. So I see Lee as well coming in. Hi Lee, thanks for joining. And Greg, Joe, BW. If you have any other questions, so there was another market. There was the Euro, Canadian dollar review. If you have any other market, please let me know. The reason why I don't tweet often, Jax, is because when I'm trading, I don't do social messaging. I'm trading. I'm not into this to show how good I am. I'm into this to trade and find good setups. So let's look at the euro versus the Canadian dollar here. And this is an interesting market. I rated it. Okay, so what I believe about this market is, this market, it's apparently it's a long here, right? But I believe that this market has kind of violated the current sequence of move higher. And this market never tested the 150.87. You will remember that when I was commenting on the Euro Australian dollar, I mentioned that this level was very similar to that 152.33 that I've been waiting for days and it never came. So this level by no means is at resistance here. Okay, and so this could become an opportunity, a short opportunity, if the market actually confirms on the smaller time frame. And for that, I use the FibStalker timing, and I think one day, maybe tomorrow or during this week, I will introduce the concept of FibStalker timing and the way we actually get this kind of setup. These markets, high volume markets, move in sequences which are brought about by algorithms, but the algorithms work on all time frames, and very often what you see is that one set of algorithms are trading against another set of algorithms. So one set of algorithms may be trading long, and the other set on a smaller time frame or a higher time frame might be trading longs. Okay, or shortest, and vice versa. So whenever one of the two groups has more strength than the other, the trend reverses, and we can use some conditions to actually get very small reward to risk. So this market here on the weekly, it's at resistance, so we have to go down and see what we see on the daily time frame. That's exactly what we see in the daily time frame, and this market could actually reverse here and offer a very good opportunity short into for a few hundred pips here. So I think this is and that's exactly the level that you see there, which is the 150.75. Now 156.20, 150.75 is about 550 pips, so not too bad. And we will time this in more detail, but this market could actually offer an opportunity either here or let's see. Let's try to time this market and see if there is an opportunity here. This market has plenty of time here to set up, and let's see. This market could be offering indeed an opportunity. So let's see if where we are in the sequence here to see whether we could actually so on the 30 minutes here, the confirmation is only going to come later on, and if we consider I would need to see a little bit more in this market, and 152.85, sorry, 156, we have here 34 here. So I'll wait a little bit in this market, and probably maybe this market is going to offer an opportunity during the US here, potentially. So yeah, I need to see a little bit more confirmation here. I don't see that, and the market is not moving a lot. So probably this market wants to move a little bit higher before offering a confirmation. But as we can see from the larger time frames here, this market too, if this market does not continue higher here, it could reverse from here, and actually offer a short, which actually could continue into 155.18, and then which is anyway 100 pip here, and then it could potentially even continue lower, but we need to see where that stops. The moment it's not showing signs of stopping there. Okay, so tell me a little bit about your week, how it went, if any of you has taken any trades, if you want to comment on one of your trades, and of course I would not ask to my students, but rather to the other participants in the room. If you have a story you want to you want to share with us. We can also review the charts, and you can tell a little bit how you manage the trade or which kind of issue you have encountered, and maybe here the community can help you. In the meantime, I have a question here from Pantelis. What I measured on the US dollar Japanese yen gives me a new extension 50% retrace resistance on daily, and the H4 as well at 115.57. That trade has ended. You can squeeze as much as you want from that trade, but the opportunity is gone. The bulk of the move, the juice of the opportunity has been depleted, has been completed. So it's of course that market can continue lower, but we don't know about that. So we want to trade only when we know that the opportunities are skewed on our side. So if there is anyone who wants to share trading idea or something that you traded this week successfully or unsuccessfully, and sometimes the unsuccessful examples may be even more useful, because maybe we can review it together, and I can maybe try to show you why maybe that trade has not worked. So if you have something like that, mind that trades that didn't work sometimes are more important than trades that did work indeed. Sometimes we take trades and we should not be taking, and that's a problem, because then whenever we trade and we should not be trading, it's very, very important, because we actually by doing that, we actually install bad habits that are very, very risky. I shorted the ABDBE stock successfully last week. Very technical market. Adobe. That's very interesting. Let's have a look at that. Okay. As you know, when the market is technical and it's a high volume, the algorithms are there as well. By this market is I have delayed data here on TradeStation, so I suppose that Pankaj, you have traded a 50% retrace here from highs to these lows here, right? I would imagine, and so you waited for this market to get into the 89.56. However, this market also gapped down. So one problem with this trade is that, and that's one problem with stocks as well, that the stocks go to sleep for 12 hours, and then they come back 14 hours, 16 hours, then they come back. Sorry, you are not seeing my charts because you're seeing me. So let me fix this. Thanks for. So here is the stock I was looking at. Okay. So Pankaj has trades from highs to lows here. There was participation to 50%. What's the problem with this trade? What's the problem with this trade is that you have to trade a short here, and then the stocks just go to sleep, right? And the next day, you don't know what is happening there. Okay, so this market could actually gap higher and then continue higher, and it stops you there. So while in this case it worked well, but that's one of the problems that we have with stocks. Okay, so but the trade worked very well, went into the first and second target there, and of course that's the time to exit. Of course, this market could continue lower. It was 90 to 74.94, so 15. It was 1/6 of 100, so it was more than 15% in 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 days. 15% of the move. Probably if you took a very small risk here, you did several multiples of your initial risk. Very well done, Pankaj. Jason is saying, if risk aversions continues, Euro US dollar can go to 120. So the euro, and that's a very good point, Jason. I want to try to explain this looking at the dollar index, which is the chart that you see here on the screen. And the reason why the euro dollar is going higher is because the dollar index is moving lower. And I don't know if you remember last week or you were around, I mentioned the 94.36 level for the dollar index. Now, the dollar index, we know very well that tend to trade in the opposite direction of the euro dollar or vice versa. The reason is that the euro dollar is about 63 or 64% composing currency of the dollar index. So if the dollar index yeah, I mean, thanks, Pankaj. No problems about that. So the dollar index here has an opportunity to continue lower into that 94.47. Let me just quickly double check that Euro Canadian dollar there. There could be an opportunity there, and on the 1 minute, there can indeed be a trade here at these levels with 156.14 with a stop above 156.35. So 14.35. It's about it looks a lot 30 pips, but this market in this market the average risk is very it's around 30 pips. Okay, the average risk that you can get in this market. So, after this reaction higher, this market, we have to see whether this market is going to reverse or not here. This could be an opportunity though for a trade that could have the potential, as I mentioned before, of what? 450 pips, 156.20, 156.35. It's a 15 pips plus you have to add, of course, the cost of doing trading there, and this could be an opportunity 56.17, and let's see here. Give me just 1 minute here. See if this could be an opportunity. It's 156.16, and we could do something like this. Just prepare the order just in case, just in case this triggers. This could be an opportunity. So again, we need to see how it behaves. We want to see this market reversing and then breaking lows, and that could be an entry with a stop be above highs here. And the reason we explained it before, because this market it's in a very important daily resistance level. So this market potentially could actually offer an entry here. Okay, and it's good to have a look to keep a look high on this market, and what we were discussing before. Sorry, I think we were discussing the dollar index. So let me bring my little chart here with me on the dollar index. gonna make a visit to the dollar index here, so we can continue the we can continue for 5 minutes here, because then we're gonna have um, we're gonna have then we're gonna have to do we'll need to do a review, a recap here. So we're saying there for what concerns this market here, the dollar index. What I was saying is that we need to retest that 94.50, very probably here. And if that's the case, if that's the case, we're going to see this market moving lower in extension, and that kind of matches up with the extension that we have in the dollar index, with the difference that the extension in the dollar index is pushing higher, and this market is actually pushing lower at the same time. Okay, so if why is this 95 level so important? Because it's been tested a number of times here, and the as you can see here, we can see also on the daily, but on the weekly it's more evident. It has supported price once, twice, 3 times this area, 4, 5, and the next time, the 6th could be the next time. Okay, so that's the reason why we wanna keep an eye on this market, and this is going to be probably also related to risk off, risk on, risk off. So at the moment, risk off, the dollar index is moving lower, and we will see whether we are going to get a bounce at 94. If we get no bounce, this market is going to continue lower, and unfortunately, mind that this market has been in a move lower since 2000s here, 2001. Okay, so the dollar index, if you look at only the last move here, you would say that it's bullish. A lot of people are saying, oh, the dollar index is bullish. Seriously, put it in perspective and see whether it's bullish or it's bearish. It's a bearish market, as you can see, and it has been moving down from 87. Look at how much inflation and loss of power this market has experienced here. Is the dollar going higher? I wouldn't say so. I wouldn't say so at all. So so don't be. I mean, always look at the charts. Don't be kind of that. Don't follow what commentaries and people are saying. Look at the charts. The charts do not lie. And if we look at the monthly here, we get the real picture, right? If you look at the monthly and we get the data of the last 40 years here, we get the real picture on the dollar index. Okay, this is the real picture of the dollar index. Dollar index was here 162, now it's 96. Okay, so don't be fooled by so what other people are saying. And people actually might have very small a very small window here of data or of attention. They never go back and see the full story. So this is the current situation for the dollar index, and there was a comment there from Jason, sorry, was, if we move, physical version continues, euro dollar can go to 120. Agreed, and this market can actually continue lower. For the euro dollar, I have a 122 level. And that would be the next extension chart. So, sorry, the next traditional short on the weekly time frame. So we will see that. How much lower do you see pound yen going, we say that FX ambassador 156.40, that's the target. A lot lower, a lot lower. Okay. And Greg is saying, is that shorting on a break of lows, G? It's on a timing on the 1 minute. It's on a 50% short. Okay. So FX ambassador, I think I've answered your question. So we have the last 4 minutes here. I'm gonna start a recap right now. So we entered this hour at the Tokyo room with our win on the US dollar Japanese yen. As I mentioned a few days back, the shorts at 120, 121 had a target at 114.80. We got there. I think the low was 85 here. So low 85, 86. I took profit at 14.90. Sorry, 115. I moved that up yesterday, and this trade has ended. Congrats to all of you who have taken this trade. We're going to see more and more of this. US dollar Canadian dollar as a projection into 158.40, and today we got an extension, and we entered already around this area when the market has actually failed. The long have actually broken the back of the shorts on the smaller time frame, and then we traded the long here. We're going to keep this for some time. So what we want to see a sizable retrace and then a potential entry again. But for now, we will bring these trades. The euro dollar also traded along today at the US dollar, at the American US session open here, and we hope to bring price higher in the coming days. Maybe during this week. This trade will complete during the week into 113.82. Other markets are moving. Pound versus Japanese yen is moving accordingly, as we mentioned last week. Again, the targets are below. If this market retraces, it's going to be an opportunity to short. The targets that are visible on the weekly time frame are below at 156. 156.40 is the area where you want to get targets. Okay, you want to get profits. You don't want to get profits before, even if this market retraces. Indeed, if you're able to, the only way to make money, make reasonable large amounts on Forex, likewise in any other market, is to let the market run. If you never do that, and sometimes you have to give back partial profits, fine, but you never know where a market reverses, so you want to carry that. So if you had a short at higher price here, there's no reason to worry. Try to bring that into 156.41. And we then mentioned the dollar index. We mentioned before that, we mentioned the New Zealand dollar, the Kiwi. I love the Kiwi. I think it's going to provide a very good long opportunity, 300 pips here from 065.50 to 068.50, and that is going to be very, very interesting. And maybe we get this opportunity, this week, maybe Wednesday, Thursday, or even Friday here for a continuation high. So something to watch carefully. And last but not least, we have looked at the dollar index, which explains the reason why the euro dollar is trading higher. So, and it's very probable to see the dollar index weekly, and maybe at the end of this week or beginning of next week, into 94, 94.50 here. And on the daily, we even see that extension short is pushing this price lower and has the potential to get into the first and second target here. All right, so this is it for today. I hope you you enjoyed this session of the FX Street Tokyo open room here with me, with FibStalker. As usual, we feature levels from FibStalker Methods, and I hope to see you in the coming days. If you like the show, please tweet and let your friends and Forex and traders buddies know. We want to build a community also in the evening here, and the more we are, the more interest the show is going to generate, and the more ideas and the more exchange there is going to be. So thanks a lot for joining today. I hope you appreciated and liked the show. And what I'll do, I'll actually see you on see you tomorrow here, and I'm leaving you uh, with the with the slide here. If you if you're interested, of course, there are a lot of webinars online, and you wanna review those as well. And there is really a lot of material to learn, and kind of leverage on the experience of so many traders and mentors. So thanks a lot again, and see you tomorrow. Bring your markets, bring your ideas, and bring your questions as well. Thank you very much. Bye bye now.